Tonight, there's a major investigation involving federal and local police into a deadly bank robbery, chase, and shootout that left a hostage and 2 suspects dead. Tonight, police say their actions saved lives, but a family member of the hostage who was killed thinks he knows what happened, and he's outraged over the way police handled that situation.
She was the last hostage in the car, and she was shot down, by the police.
Now, police don't know whether that was a bullet from one of their officers that killed that hostage.
But we do have a lot of information for you tonight about what happened this afternoon. All 3 suspects were shot by police. 2 are now dead. 1 other is in custody. The hostages also suffered gunshot wounds. 2 were tossed or jumped from the SUV during the chase, and they are recovering tonight. But a 3rd hostage is dead.
The bank robbery happened before 2:15 this afternoon at the Bank of the West branch on Thornton Road. The suspects took off with 3 hostages and police in pursuit. That chase raced up into Lodi, and during the chase, the suspects continually shot at officers with at least 1 assault rifle. The chase then moved to southbound I-5 and back down into Stockton. It ended around 3:15 this afternoon with a hail of gunfire near Auto Drive and Thornton Road in North Stockton. That was not far, by the way, from the original bank robbery.
We have team coverage for you on this bank robbery and the chase with bullets flying. KCRA 3's Mallory Hoff has been talking to witness. We're starting, though, with Richard Sharp, who has new information on the investigation and the suspects. Richard.
Yeah, just the last hour, the chief said this is one of the most dangerous situations that police officers can face, and he believes that these suspects were trying to kill as many officers as they could. He believes they're around just after 2. 3 armed men went into the Bank of the West. This is in North Stockton. The security guard was able to call 911 before he was tied up. The first officer was on scene, they believe, within 2.5 minutes. Confirmed the robbery. Minutes later, the suspect left with 2 bank employees and a customer as hostages. That's 3 people. The chase started, went through Lodi, Campi on freeways, surface streets. The chief said the officers were fired on the entire chase. Keep in mind, it lasted more than an hour. And the suspects had ammo taped to their bodies. 14 patrol cars were hit with gunfire. The chief says there was an attempt to ambush officers. Luckily, it was spotted by 1 police officer who fired on the suspect vehicle. They took off again. 2 of the hostages, both bank employees, were either thrown out or jumped out of the vehicle and injured. They're at the hospital, expected to recover. Tires were shot out on the suspect vehicle. That's how they got it to stop eventually. Then the chief said the suspects did something that is particularly violent to the last hostage.
Let's yet again opened fire, and there was a gunfire exchange. It also preliminarily appears that one of the gunmen used the 3rd and final hostage, the bank customer from earlier, as a shield. By that point, the incident ceased, and it was determined that all 4 people within that vehicle had been shot. 2 of the suspects died of their wounds, 1 suspect was injured, and the female hostage was determined deceased.
Now, the cousin of that hostage, a bank employee, told KCRA 3 the family is angry. The police did not do more to stop the chase earlier. In fact, they blame the police. He says he believes the police, it was the gunfire from police officers that killed his cousin.
They had plenty of opportunity to stop it because they were going into Stockton, coming back, this way and that way.
But you believe the police officers that were returning fire on the suspects were the ones?
I believe that in the end, the police officers were the ones that did it. I can't say that for sure, but when it comes down to it, they should have stopped it from the beginning.
Now, I asked the chief about that. Why couldn't they stop it earlier? He says normally they can put out spike strips or get ahead of the vehicle. He says in this case, this was just so dangerous, and officers were being fired on the entire way that they did not have the opportunity to do that, and they played it as safe as they could, especially considering that multiple houses were hit, bullets and casings were all throughout the city, and they have multiple scenes where this happened. So they're trying to get a handle on this, and of course the investigation will go throughout the night and into tomorrow as far as where the scenes are. Live in Stockton, I'm Richard Sharp, KCRA 3 News.
Yeah, still looking for a lot of evidence, talking to witnesses, even looking for some of the possible weapons. Richard, thank you.